Hello everyone, I am Pankaj Bhatia. I am the founder of EduFin and your mentor for the day. Welcome to our session on basics of banking. At EduFin, we are driven by passion for sharing knowledge in the field of banking and finance. Today we'll be covering the fundamentals of banking, including what is banking, how banks operate, various functions of bank, and different types of bank which operate in India. Let's deep dive and explore the world of banking together. Now, what is banking? Banking refers to system of financial institutions that provide various financial services to individuals, businesses, and government. Services which banks mainly offer. They accept deposit, they lend money, they facilitate transactions, and they offer financial products like investments, credit cards, etc. Now let's understand what is the core function of a bank. Bank provide deposit facilities to individuals and businesses to deposit their money, which can be withdrawn as and when required. The facilities are provided in form of savings account, current account, fixed deposit, and recurring deposit. Banks also provide loan facilities to individuals and businesses for various requirements such as home loan, personal loan, working capital facilities, and various other facilities. Banks also provide payment and settlement facilities via debit card, check, electronic transfers, and various other modes. Banks also work as a money changer, which allows customers to buy and sell and exchange foreign currencies. Banks also provide locker facilities to its customers for safekeeping of valuable items and documents. Banks also act as a broker for various investment services like mutual funds, stocks, and bonds, helping customers grow their wealth. Banks also provide investment banking services for various facilities such as IPO, FPO, and rights issue. Now we'll understand what are the different types of banks in India. At the core, there is Reserve Bank of India, which regulates and controls the monetary and banking system of India. Then comes the commercial banks, which are the most common types of banks in India, which includes public sector banks, private sector banks, and foreign banks. These banks provide services like savings account, current account, loans, and now we'll understand what is the difference between public sector bank, private sector bank, and foreign banks. Public sector banks are owned and operated by the Government of India. Example of public sector banks are State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, and Bank of Baroda. Then comes the private sector banks, which are privately managed. Example HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, and Axis Bank. Then comes the foreign banks. Foreign banks are those which are headquartered abroad and they have branches in India. Some of the examples are HSBC, Citibank, Deutsche Bank. Then comes the regional rural banks. These banks cater to rural and semi-urban areas and are owned and operated by the government, commercial banks, and state governments. Then comes Cooperative Bank. Cooperative Bank is registered under the Cooperative Societies Act of 1912 and is run by the elected managing committee. It works as a non-profit organization and mainly serves entrepreneurs, small businesses, self-employed people, and are more in urban areas. Then comes state cooperative banks. A state cooperative bank is a federation of central cooperative banks that will act as a custodian for the cooperative banks structure in the state. Then comes urban cooperative banks. Urban cooperative bank is primarily a cooperative bank located in urban and semi-urban areas. These banks essentially lend to smaller borrowers and businesses centered around a community, locality, and then comes the payment banks. These banks are new age banks which has been recently conceptualized by RBI. These banks are allowed to accept deposits up to 1 lakh rupees for each customer. These are more of a digital platform providing on-the-go solutions like payment of essential services, entertainment services, groceries, etc. Then comes the small finance bank. These banks serve the unserved and underserved sections of population, including small businesses, low income group individuals. These banks are governed by the Provision Act of 1934. Hope this gives a broad understanding on banking system in India. Do follow us on all social media platforms and stay updated. Thank you.